Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Thursday. It is December 15th, 2022. Before we jump into this video, two quick things. I am live streaming tonight for my hardcore preppers. Gotta look at something here. It's a makeup one, and that's going to be at 8 o'clock. And so I would encourage you to join me for that. The second thing, I still have the sale going on with Legacy freeze-dried foods. If you would like to have an opportunity to save 20% on the Legacy freeze-dried food, you will go to my website, preppernurse1.com, click on store. It will drop down. You will see Legacy Foods. You click on that. It will take you to the store within the website. Once you are there, if you decide to make a purchase, when you're checking out, you want to use the discount code Solstice 2022. You'll save 20% on your purchase. If you have any issues, any problems, feel free to contact me through my email at preppernurse1@yahoo.com, and we'll get you squared away and helped out with that. So, 25-year shelf life, GMO-free, gluten options available. Good thing to have in your long-term food storage, so definitely take advantage of that. So what we're going to talk about, excuse me, the best places for you to do scavenging after S.H.T.F. Now, some of you may call it looting, but if we are in a true S.H.T.F. situation, it's literally going to be first come, first serve, and whoever gets whatever they're going to get ahead of time, that's what you're going to have. So if you can add to your supplies after an S.H.T.F. event, where are you going to go, what are you going to look for, and that's what this video is going to be about. The first one I'm going to talk about is not a traditional one that you may not think about, and it's something that you could actually put on the back burner for a little bit and revisit at a later date. There's other going to be higher priority targets that you're going to want to hit first, but this one here is a opportunity where you'll be able to get in, get a good things that are going to really help you, okay? And that's the library. Now you'll be like, the library? During Hurricane Katrina and all the looting and stuff that went on down there, the local libraries were literally untouched. Nobody went in, nobody bothered anything in the libraries. There is a treasure trove, a wealth of information in any library. Do-it-yourself books, how-to, growing, gardening, all those type of things. You can get the, let's say if you're in the city, there may be an opportunity for you to grab the schematics of the underground sewer system. Do you think it might not be a lot safer to be traveling underground in the sewer system than up above in the streets? Might be a really good idea to know what's where, what you need to utilize, and those type of things. So that would be one thing. You know, there's a lot of good information that you can get out of a local library. All right. Next one we're going to talk about malls. Look at the number of stores in a mall. There's a ton of stores in the mall. So it's going to be a good place to go and get things that you may possibly need. And like malls and some of these places that I'm going to talk about, you're going to need to get there shortly after an S.H.T.F. event, because if you wait 4 months and then go to the mall and try to get stuff, it's pretty much going to be scavenged pretty much dry. But there still will be most likely shelving units, electrical things that you could probably utilize. There's a lot of things that you can salvage in a mall after it's already been cleaned out, when people think that they've gotten everything of value. Okay, so malls are a really good one to check out. So the next one, I'm going to mark these off as I read them so that I remember my place here. Self-storage facilities. It's an opportunity for you to go into where you're most likely not going to get shot, hopefully. And self-storage units, it's going to be a lot of a hodgepodge of stuff. It could be prepper supplies in there. It could be furniture. It could be tools. There's a lot, you know, there's people store guns in self-storage units. So there is an opportunity for you to pick up a lot of stuff in those storage units in a post-event that you could utilize. You know, for all kinds. clothing, blankets, pillows, all those type of things possibly could be there, that you're going to be able to use. And that's a good thing. Like a lot of people, like they're moving, right? So they pack up all their stuff, they store it in a storage unit. So you're talking pots and pans and, all kinds of things that could be really useful to you and your group in a post-event. So definitely that would be one that I would be checking out. All right. Restaurants. Restaurants are going to be another one. Obviously, food. A lot of restaurants, have daily deliveries of food, but there's going to be an opportunity for you to pick up things that you're going to be able to utilize in a post-event in a restaurant. Even cutlery. I mean, as simple as that. Forks, knives, spoons, glasses, cups, coffee cups, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of stuff that you may be able to utilize for you and your group, excuse me, in a restaurant in a post-event. Napkins, paper products, cooking utensils, all those type of things. So there's a lot of things that could be utilized there. And again, so that's going to be another one that you're going to have to hit soon after. Okay, so just something to think about. The next one we're going to talk about is distribution centers. So what am I talking about there? There's always a central area where a lot of food and supplies are brought to, that like Walmart, for an example. So they have their central hubbub place where it's all loaded with food and stuff like that. The trucks come in, they load the trucks up, and they send them off to wherever the location that they're heading to. So that's an opportunity to pick up a lot of things that you could utilize in those distribution centers. You name it, you look at a Walmart, they got it, right? So those would be ones that you want to look at for a place to get supplies. Now, obviously, places like Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, those are definitely places that you're going to want to be checking out as well, because obviously they have a tremendous amount of things that you could utilize that's going to help you in a post-event. Now, again, I will say all these things, guys, and I will tell you, I do believe that you're going to need to use caution, because either there's going to be people there that don't want you to take the stuff, or other people there trying to get stuff as well and may want to fight you for the stuff. So caution is something that I would highly recommend that you utilize in that type of a situation. All right. So the next thing, ports and airports. So where do all the supplies come in? They come into the ports. There's warehouses in the ports where they're holding supplies until somebody comes, pick those supplies up, and takes them on down the road. So ports are going to have a lot of stuff. Airports transfer a lot of things. So again, that's another spot that you may want to look at to try to get supplies. Okay. The next one is going to be hardware stores. I highly recommend getting to a hardware store. Screws, nuts, bolts, levels, hammers, saws. You're looking at chimney, all those type of things. And so along with your hardware stores, you're also looking at like Harbor Freight. Those type of places as well are going to be good places to grab a lot of supplies. Now again, excuse me, hardware stores, those type of places, they're going to get cleaned out pretty quick. So that would be definitely something that you're going to want to think about ahead of time. The next one is going to be hospitals, clinics, doctor's office, veterinary clinics. Why? Medical supplies, bandages, drugs, insulin, all kinds of things that you could utilize in a post-event that's going to help you and your group. Those are definitely places that you might want to think about, CVS, any kind of drugstore, right? All those type of places. So there's going to be a tremendous amount of supplies. Again, caution, 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 okay? So definitely look at those places as well. All right, waste transfer stations, garbage dumps, right? You're thinking, why would you want to go to a garbage dump or a waste transfer station? A lot of repurposed things can be found there. A lot of things that you're going to need, that you're going to use, that can be reused for whatever your projects are. If you got somebody that's handy with those type of things, that's a good place to be, to grab and salvage things that you need. Okay, so junkyards, like I said, those things are going to be another place that you're going to want to look at as well. Why a junkyard? Well, if you're trying to piece together a car and get a car going and stuff like that, a lot of vehicles in junkyards that you can salvage parts and those things off of. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, industrial sites. So if you have a place where there is a lot of construction, there's going to be construction materials there. Concrete, screws, nuts, bolts, all those type of things, 2x4s, whatever they're using to build and construct on construction sites, right? So definitely want to check those out. So if they have an area where they're keeping all their supplies, that's industrial sites. Like I said, that's where you're going to want to look at, and that's another spot that might not be a ton of people there, that you could go and safely salvage things that you can utilize in a post event. The next one I'm going to talk about is schools. All right, a lot of supplies in schools, guys. A ton of supplies in any school that you go to. They have pencils, paper. The cafeteria would be loaded with food. There's vending machines. You have in the office, there's office supplies, all kinds of things that you can utilize, and they're usually doing maintenance of some sort, so getting cleaning supplies and all those type of things as well. Think about now what is going to be a big thing in schools: hand sanitizer, Kleenex, paper towels, all those type of things. You're going to find those in those places. So that is a very good thing to have at that point in time. The last thing I'm going to talk about, and I think that this is actually one, I actually was talking with Eric about this, and we were having a conversation. Let's say you have a family member, a friend that works in a convenience store, Dollar General, the dollar store, all those type of places, and they got a key, right? You got this buddy or friend that has a key to be able to get in there. So early on in an event, might not be a bad idea to say to your friend, relative, buddy, whoever the case may be, hey, you got a key to that place, right? And they go, yeah. You grab a couple pickup trucks, you go down there, and you load up. So I'm not advocating stealing. Okay, we are talking about in a worst case scenario, after the world has ended as we know it, these are different places that you can go to get supplies. Again, I'm going to say this ahead of time, use caution, because people are going to be doing the same thing. So be careful. Okay, so anyway guys, that's all I got for right now. I hope this video helps. I hope this video makes you think, because that's the purpose of this video. Remember guys, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. We got to come together. We got to work together. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important to tell the people that we care about and that we love every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Really, really good thing, to be able to do that. Another thing that I'm going to tell you really quickly. If you have a buddy or a friend that works for a propane company, right? They got all the 30-pound, 40-pound, 20-pound tanks in the yard, right? They got the big propane tank where you get all the propane to fill these up. If you got a buddy that knows how to do those things, that's an opportunity for you to go in, get these tanks, get them filled. It's going to give you an extended period of time to be able to utilize that to help you transition over to not using it anymore. Okay? So anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off for now. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Be safe. I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.